2% bounce on equities.
Mm-hmm.
And for Bitcoin, we got a bounce up of 9%. Then the question is, if that's gone now, if they've all bought back their stuff, what happens next week if there is a catalyst? And he's saying the option space is thinly bought. The volatility is thinly bought, which means people are still not very hedged.
Hmm.
So if a catalyst happens and there's no supportive flows, then we can have another leg down. And I would say for SPY, we can get another look down of like up to 13%, actually a little bit less than that. We can get a run down here to here, which I believe is another 6% down for the SPY, which would be a pretty big dramatic drop. And then for Bitcoin, let's call it 74, right, double that, so 12%, which to me would make total sense for that to happen in this last week as we head into the end of this window of weakness. And the last thing that Mike was saying there, the other guy at the end, was that the Fed, right now the markets are pricing in no cuts from the Fed on the 19th, this Wednesday, which would be supportive flows. If they're like going to cut, we're going to add liquidity to the market, we're going to lower interest rates, blah, blah, blah. The idea is that, okay, that would help support the bottom. But right now the market's pricing in no cut. And the times where the Fed doesn't do what the market is planning, very rare, very rare. Because the one thing the Fed doesn't want to do is introduce volatility. And their whole forward guidance, their whole modus operandi is that what they say they're going to do, so that they can say things ahead of time, make the market move that way before they even actually do it. So they do not want to add volatility right now. I'd be very surprised if they did. Even though I bet on Polymarket that they would, but it was like, I'll put $20 down, you can make $600. What's I'll take that trade. I'll take that trade every month. So there's no supportive flows there, and then he's going, hey, and the Trump administration, we don't know what they're going to do one day to the next. And if what they want is to bring the market down, I'd toss out some bad news this week, some catalytic news this week, get myself another leg down in the markets, get the 10-year yield to drop by 50 basis points, whatever it is, and help to bring that down. Plus, if we take a look at, actually, I want to do that here, we do on Sunday Fuel, but liquidity flows are not particularly high right now. They're only going to be there later. We could get another look down. I would not be taking any big longs this week. I'd be looking for opportunities to buy in on major dips, especially 6% down on the SPY and 12% down on Bitcoin.